Go back once again, just about ready for the opening tap. Quickly we'll run through the starting lineups for tonight's game. For Willard, the Lady Flash will be starting Terry Hay, number 24. She's a 5'11 senior. Elisa Petticord, number 25, a 6'1 junior. Stephanie Weir is number 21, a 6-foot junior. Cindy Bunner, number 22, a 5'6 junior. And Kelly Koch, a 5'9 sophomore. For Tiffin Columbian, they counter with Amy Schar, number 40, a 5'7 senior. Kara Gordon, number 43, a 5'10 senior. Angie Puffenberger, 44, a 5'9 senior. Tracy Loader, another senior at 5'5, number 45. And Beth Perrine, a junior, 6-footer, number 52. And it's Columbian who controls the tap, and that's Perrine inside. Her shot is partially blocked in there by Petticord, and now Willard with their first possession.
Good drop step by Perrine, turn around, squared up to shoot, but the shot was blocked, so we'll see if that makes a difference.
Columbian coming out in the zone. It looks like maybe a box and one as they had Perrine on Petticord. Now Petticord does break away, but her shot is no good inside. Weirs with a miss on the follow-up, and Perrine controls then for Tiffin Columbian. A ball stolen away by Hay. Kelly Koch with it now, and she takes it up from the left wing and puts it in for two.
Nice hustle by Willard, and then they convert. Kelly Koch with a nice soft jumper gets it to go.
2-0 Willard, and a shot blocked there by Weirs, and the ball comes down to Petticord. Outlet to Weirs, and ahead to Bunner. Bunner with the walk, so the basket will now count.
Bunner with a bunny step and got caught. They take it away.
Amy Schar, I think, a little surprised down there. Even though she was clear out on the left elbow, there was Stephanie Weirs with the big block.
We've had a couple blocks at this end, and I think Perrine blocked at least partially the first shot down here for Willard.
So 3 blocks here early in the ball game already, and we haven't even played more than a minute here. And we got a walk out front this time as a good defensive pressure by Bunner on Schar, causes her to travel.
Willard putting on some good defensive pressure. That could be very important for them. Keeping the ball away from Perrine will help with good defensive pressure out front.
That's Weirs on the baseline. They try to force it inside. The ball stripped away. Still in coming up with Angie Puffenberger for Columbian.
And that's excellent. Help side defense, great reactions.
That's Puffenberger looking inside to Perrine. Nothing there, so out to the free throw line. And a shot up by Tracy Loader. It's no good. Petticord comes down with a big rebound and walks with it.
Few traveling calls here, getting the jitters out after the holiday season, getting back into the swing of games during this basketball season now.
Schar and the feed inside. Back outside to Perrine it goes. Perrine in the paint now, and we got a 3-second call as I believe Perrine's setting up for the rebound, but underneath Kara Gordon had no place to go as a couple Lady Flashes towering above her. Thus 3-second call on Perrine.
Well, they thought she was going to shoot at that time, and she decided to go with a head and shoulders fake and then shoot, and they were caught.
Feed inside to Koch. Perrine with the block.
Getting plenty of block shots today.
Columbian showing good patience. Shot up and in with the first basket. Tracy Loader making it 2-2.
That's a big shot. It looked like Willard was trying to slide the defense back just a little bit, and that'll force him to stay out on top.
And a turnover as Petticord tries to go right side to Weirs. Ball goes out of bounds. Columbian gets it back.
Willard rushing themselves just a little that time. They had a chance to set it up, but pressing it, they threw it away.
Schar to Loader, and Loader couldn't find the basketball in time. When she does, she comes up with a couple of extra steps, and the officials calling them close. Big game here, and calling them close. No walking violations they're going to be getting away with today.
Well, this is 2 top teams, so they shouldn't need to get away with that.
Kelly Koch from the left wing. Shot just a little off the mark. Rebound long and controlled by Schar.
Good rebound. Tiffin on the attack now. We'll see if they can get it set and look inside.
Bunner came way out front there on the zone. Bunner very active on the defensive zone, but couldn't stop Amy Schar. Amy Schar with her first 2 in the game, and it's now 4-2. Tiffin Columbian on top by a pair.
Schar had a little opening, stepped right up in to take her shot and dropped it.
Tiffin Columbian in a full court pressure, but Willard with no problems this time handling the pressure. Bunner now out front to set it up. 4 low on the baseline. Now Petticord in the paint, shot up and a little off the mark. Perrine with a big rebound.
That might have been partially blocked also.
Block party here early at Willard High School. Kara Gordon, nice feed and shot up and good. Puffenberger with her first 2, and it's 6-2.
Great teamwork by Tiffin. Good pass and assist and a nice shot inside.
Stephanie Weirs from the baseline right. It's in and out. Petticord can't get the rebound away from Kara Gordon. And Columbian with a 6-2 lead now has the basketball once again.
And Columbian doing a nice job pounding the boards at the defensive end.
Shar looks at the shot. It's not there, so she tries to dribble down baseline. Again, cut off by Weirs. Now Perrine from the right elbow. Nice touch and in.
That's excellent touch. Great head and shoulders fake. Got the defense to back off.
And we got a timeout. Lady Flashes, and understandably so. Tiffin Columbian, 8-2. 6-point lead, 4:18 to play in the first quarter. Lady Flashes won a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back right after these.
Keep in touch with your business and clientele with On-Call Pocket Pagers. From a simple beeper to digital readout, On-Call can help you maintain rapid response time while keeping your costs down. Let the professionals at On-Call show you how easy and convenient a pocket paging system can be. On-Call Pagers covers 10 counties in the north central Ohio region, so it's easy to keep on top of your business no matter where you are. Whatever your trade, no matter how large or small your business, On-Call has the pager system for you.
You put the letter in here, and the letter goes round and round, whoa, and it comes out here.
With Sharp's choice of fax machines, you can send documents in as little as 12 seconds to any place in the world you can phone.
The photo goes round and round, whoa, and it comes out here.
And that will change the way you do business forever.
And it comes out here.
Sharp, the #1 selling fax machine in America.
The Farmer Citizens Bank is proud to present the Lady Athlete of the Month for the month of November to Robin Fogel, the Colonel Crawford High School basketball team. Robin's a junior, and she's led the team in scoring, in rebounding, and also in assists. She does equally well in the classroom with an excellent 3.9 grade point average. So on behalf of the bank, we're proud to present this award for November to Robin.
Thank you. I'd just like to thank my coaches and teammates for their support this season, and also to the Farmers. Possible.
We're looking for a few good people. Every year, the Farmer Citizens Bank honors outstanding athlete scholars from Crawford County high schools. We need you to help us find these good people, these young men and women who excel in the classroom as well as on the playing field. Stop off at any Farmer Citizens Bank office for a nomination form. Then fill it out and drop it off with any teller. That way, maybe your good scholar athlete will be our athlete of the month.
We're back once again here at Willard High School. Bob Cunniff and Rusty Smith calling the action. And right now, the action favoring Tiffin Columbian. It's 8-2, 4:18 to play in the first quarter as the Lady Tornadoes come out like a bunch of tornadoes, hitting the shots, and they've had 4 different girls score, and a 6-point lead.
Great ball game so far. Perrine is really making a difference. She's blocking shots, and just her presence is leaving other people open.
Tiffin Columbian also doing a nice job on the defensive end there as Stephanie Weirs on the baseline right. Thought she had the shot, but a nice job by the Columbian gals of getting back coverage, in very quick fashion. But we do end up with a personal foul. And the foul goes against Angie Puffenberger, and that's her first. Weirs now with the inbounds pass to Connie Beamer, who is now in the ball game for Bunner. That gives Lady Flashes their tall lineup, and that'll put Koch on the point as well. Koch, the smallest one out there, at 5'9" for the Lady Flashes. Beamer with the shot, no good, and the rebound comes down to Perrine. So Beth already with 3 rebounds here early.
And Columbian is limiting Willard to 1 shot at the offensive end.
Perrine, she has a nice touch. This one doesn't go, however, and rebound Weirs. And we got a foul as Puffenberg a little overactive going for the offensive board, and that'll be number 2 on her, and that'll force a substitution.
Perrine just a little bit out of her range that time, was a little undecided as to whether to take the shot or not, and with that hesitation, she just did not have the good touch that time.
Melanie Allen, number 31, comes in the ball game to spell Puffenberger for time. Puffenberger with 2 personals, the only 2 in the ball game thus far. So she on the bench now beside head coach Dave Hershey. Kelly Koch, baseline left, shot off the mark, rebound, picked up by Allen.
And the guards are even rebounding for Columbian.
That was Loader on the rebound, by the way. Perrine, nice feed inside. With a shot just off the mark by Gordon, and the rebound comes down to Weirs.
And that's what Perrine will be able to do if they start double teaming and her. She'll be able to use her passing ability.
Terry Hay had 22 in her last game against Guyan. This one doesn't go, but Beamer on the rebound. It won't go as well. And then we're going to have a foul as Elisa Petticord over the back of Kara Gordon going for the rebound. The official just about to call jump ball on that, but at the last second changed his mind to a foul over the back on Petticord.
He started to raise both hands, and then he changed the call a little bit late, but it will go against Petticord. Willard did a nice job that time getting a second shot. It just wouldn't drop for him.
Having their troubles from the floor thus far, the Lady Flashes just 1 of 8. There's Perrine on the nice turnaround move inside. This time it's Petticord who will pick up her second personal foul.
And that's going to make it a little tough. They're going to have her inside. Her ability and her play over the years, she's got the experience to play inside there. And they're going to need her against Perrine. Perrine forced it just a little that time and came away with a foul.
Petticord also one of the top scorers in the NOL. In fact, number 2 in the league behind Dee Reeder. At least averaging 16 points per game. This is Perrine at the line. She'll be shooting 2. Nothing but net on the first one. Brother Vince had a big ball game last night in the loss to Norwalk. In fact, from the free throw line, he hit 2 with 4 seconds left in regulation to send that game into overtime on his way to 18 in the game. Both Beth and Vince, I'm sure, very welcome additions to the Columbian basketball teams.
She's just got excellent touch inside. Good shot inside. They broke the long play.
And that makes it 10-4 with the basket by Hay. And now ball knocked out of bounds. And last touch by Columbian, so Willard will get it back.
Jenny Meyer with the last basket last time.
Now Meyer goes back out of the ball game as Petticord comes back in. She was out for just a very short time. Petticord inside the paint, 3 bodies on her, so she passes off to Terry Hay. And we got 3 seconds. There were so many blue shirts around Petticord, she couldn't get out of the lane in time.
That's tough. And the problem is, again, Willard has got to come through with some perimeter shooting to loosen up this zone. Kelly Koch hit a jumper from the wing. They're going to have to use that as well as the top of the key. They're collapsing everybody, as you said, into the paint.
Good defensive pressure and stolen by Koch. And we're going to have a foul on Shar. And maybe a good foul, because if Shar doesn't get her, then Koch has an open lane to the hoop.
And it was a good call, too. The official right there distracted Koch enough just so it took her off stride, or she would have had the layup.
But Jenny Meyer back into the ball game once again. This time it's Terry Hay who gets a quick breather for the Lady Flashes of Willard. There's Koch on the left baseline. Shot up a little too strong, and a rebound Shar. Koch now 1 for 4 in the ball game from the field.
Koch, a good shooter, rushed it just a little that time.
Perrine to Allen. Back to Perrine. Beth with the baseline move, but didn't put the ball down in time, and a walking violation.
Right idea, right move. She just didn't put the ball down in time.
2 minutes exactly to go here in quarter number 1. It's 10-4. Tiffin Columbian on top. Willard with the basketball. That's Kelly Koch out front.
You can see they're hanging right on Petticord. Well aware of where she is.
Weirs from the right baseline, no good. Petticord picks up the rebound and puts it in. At least to Petticord with her first 2 in the game.
That's a great job by Petticord, crashing the offensive boards. She's been crowded all day, found an opening to rebound and scored.
Shar dribbles through pressure, had the ball knocked away, but picked it back up. Now Loader off to Allen on the right side. Allen has his trip, but again gets it back as Willard very active in their zone, especially the point person, in this case Connie Beamer. Bunner also very active on the point when she was in.
Seems like Willard's defensive pressure and intensity is picked up.
And a hard bunch to shoot over, too, with all of them being so tall and active. There's a block by Petticord, but she gets her on the arm, and now Elisa has 3 personals, and we're still 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. So Petticord, I'm sure, now will get a very lengthy rest.
That's the last thing Willard wanted to see on the other end. It was a great job by Loader with a good head fake, got Petticord up in the air, and she just came right back and shot through it.
They have just 2 personals on the board, Russ, but I'm almost positive that's 3 on her. We'll have to make sure we check that a little bit later on here at halftime or whatever when it comes about. In any case, at the line for Tiffin Columbian is Tracy Loader, and she hits on the first.
We'll have to check. Maybe they did call a jump ball underneath
Second shot, no good, but Loader gets her own rebound. Shot inside, no good, and stolen away underneath there by Gordon. There was 5 white shirts, but Gordon comes out with it. Shar with the miss, rebound by Gordon. Shot up and in, and a foul.
That was Flash Gordon last time. She came from nowhere. I didn't even see her. Next thing you know, she had the ball. Great hustle. This trip down the court by Gordon.
So Gordon gets the basket. She'll go to the line for a possible three-point play. Personal foul was on Terry Hay. And they have 2 on the board for Hay. So apparently that first foul that we thought on Petticord may have been on Hay. We'll check, like I said, at halftime and see exactly what is the case there to make sure. But again, the free throw was good by Gordon. So she completes a three-point play. And that makes it 14-6, an 8-point lead for Columbian. Connie Beamer inside. She went up with it, and I thought Gordon did a nice job there, just holding her ground, hands up, but the official says gets her with the body. So a foul on Kara Gordon, and that'll send Connie Beamer to the line.
On the other hand, it was a good job by Willard taking the ball inside right at that Tiffin defense. We'll see if they keep attacking that as much as possible. If they do that, they might be able to kick out and get some shorter jump shots, maybe more in Willard's range.
Connie Beamer at the line to shoot 2. First one's good. Connie's first point in the game. Beamer high this season, 9 points against both Huron and Tiffin Columbian in the first game. Second one does not go, and stealing it away is Weirs on the offensive rebound. Perrine with another block.
That's got to be 3 or 4 blocks already for Perrine.
Hay inside, back out to Koch with it. Koch, right elbow, shot up and in.
Great shot by Koch. Good ball movement by Willard. She was going the opposite way to her right. Shot left-handed.
14-9. Columbian by 5. And the Lady Tornadoes with the basketball. Shar for 3. Count it.
And that makes it doubly tough. If you got somebody dropping the three-pointers with Perrine inside, it's tough.
4 seconds left. Now down to 2. Weirs with a shot. It's good at the buzzer. And a decent, real nice, in fact, first quarter of play. At the end of the first 8 minutes, Tiffin Columbian 17, Willard 11. Exciting action, and I'm sure much more to come here on TV 54. We'll be back. Second quarter action coming up next here on TV 54. Back here once again at Willard High School, ready for second quarter action. 17-11. Tiffin Columbian on top after the first quarter of play. Willard with the basketball, and they go inside to Terry Hay. Hay strong but misses. Perrine with a big rebound. What a difference she makes in this ball team.
She's very active at both ends of the court. She does a lot. Blocks shots, helps out on defense. At the other end, she's a good passer, good shooter. She's got some great moves.
But unable to help out this time on the attack offensively, and Tiffin Columbian cannot get it across the timeline in the 10 seconds that they are allotted. Turnover, give it back to Willard. Now the Lady Flashes will look to draw closer, trailing by 6, and we got a foul underneath. And I believe it may have been on Perrine. It'll send Terry Hay to the line for a 1-and-1.
The last several trips down the court, Willard has been really pushing the ball inside, and that's going to make Perrine play some defense.
Well, that's their game inside. You know, I mean, no secret to that. And based on some of the size of the other teams in the NOL, Willard has a definite advantage there. Tiffin Columbian, the only team really close to them in the league, you know, size-wise. And of course, as I say earlier, that's one of the keys to how this ball game comes out, how well Tiffin Columbian can handle themselves inside. Hay now at the line for a second shot, and this one's off the mark. Rebound comes down to Gordon. And we got a foul, and Cindy Bunner is going to pick up the first one. That'll be her first.
They caught her reaching in. A lot of times that's going to be called from the official's angle. Again, he wasn't right on top of it, so all he could see was the reach in, and he called the foul.
First personal on Cindy, and that sends Amy Shar to the line. Shar hit the big three-pointer there with about 12 seconds to go in that first quarter of play. So Amy with 5 points thus far in the game. She had 14, including a pair of three-pointers last time they met the Lady Flashes. Free throw off, and Out of bounds, last touch by Columbian.
Good hustle by Puffenberger that time, trying to sneak underneath the defense to come up with the rebound. However, she slapped it out of bounds.
And Puffenberger, remember, has to be careful. She has 2 personal fouls. Kelly Koch, left baseline. Good defense and the pass off the rim. Now Koch with the shot from the left side. No good. Connie Beamer with a big rebound and stick back for 2.
Great job by Beamer. That trip down the court, Willard did an excellent job passing the ball. They got a good shot off the rebound.
Personal foul again, this time going against Beamer. First personal on Connie.
We got 7 minutes to go here in the half, so foul shooting is going to be very important.
And both teams in that bonus already. Shar at the line. This time she makes the first. Mentioned last time she had 14 against the Lady Flashes. Her high for the season, 16 against Findlay. She had 4 3-pointers in that game, so Amy not afraid to put it up from outside of 19 feet. From the free throw line, she hits both this time down. Now 7 points in the game for Amy Shar.
Columbian tried to keep up the full court pressure. Pays off this time. They come away with the steal.
And apparently Melanie Allen on the line when she received a pass in that one. So turnover again by Tiffin Columbian. That gives the Lady Flashes the ball back once again, trailing 19-14.
Her back foot just dropped right in the red as she was receiving the pass.
Turnaround jumper no good by Hay, but the rebound comes down to Koch. She can't get it to go, still has position. Nice save out to Weirs. Now Hay in the paint, and one pass too many this time. Tries to get it to Beamer, stolen away by Shar. Nice feed inside, a shot up and in. Basket's good by Kristen Bowes.
Great job by Tiffin that time, giving the ball up for the easy layup.
Kristen Bowes in her first action of the game, and she picks up 2 here early. And a steal by Gordon, not let to Bowes. And Bowes pulls it up as the Lady Flashes get back on D. Mel Allen,
decision.
Inside it goes. Puffenberger off the glass and in.
Great job by Tiffin, well aware of where everybody was.
And a big run by the Lady Tornadoes gives them a 23-14 lead, and another timeout. Lady Flashes, 9-point edge Columbian. We'll be back 6:05 to play in the first half.
Sun's big January clearance is going on right now, and it's the buying opportunity of a lifetime. Save like never before on famous brand TVs, appliances, audio, video equipment. Save on ones-of-a-kind, limited quantities, open stock, and floor samples. During Sun's big clearance, color TVs at 20 to 40% off the regular in-carton low price. Save on portables, consoles, big screens, all drastically reduced. Don't miss the big January clearance at Sun. Some quantities limited, first come, first sold.
That's unbelievable.
When I say sharp.
Copiers.
When I say sharp.
Computers.
Sharp. When I say sharp, I mean
Calculators.
I mean
Fax machines.
I mean
Typewriters.
I mean business. When I say sharp, I mean business.
From sharp minds come sharp products.
When I say sharp, I mean business.
See the Sharp line at all Beaver Office products.
Lady Flashes of Willard and Coach John Hall company as they send his troops back out on the floor, trailing 23-14. The Lady Tornadoes of Tiffin Columbian. Dave Hershey has them in fine form this afternoon, here early at least. 6:05 to play in the half. And Tiffin with a 9-point edge.
And what's a little scary is this last run is with Perrine on the bench.
Well, they grew accustomed to playing without her early in the season due to that quad injury. She's just that much more of a help, though, when she's in there. And there's a shot by Weirs. She did a nice job of fouling it, got her own rebound. And I think Kara Gordon surprised to see Weirs in there and kind of fouled her incidental contact, but contact nonetheless. It's a foul.
That's a great job by Weirs that time, following her own shot. A lot of times when you let the ball go, you have a good idea where it's going. That time with some good hustle, she came up with the rebound, and now she's at the foul line.
Weirs will be shooting 2. First one, a line drive and off the mark. It's her first trip to the line for Stephanie Weirs. High this season at 20 against Bellevue. She had 8 first time around against Columbian, and hits the second of 2. 3 points in the game for Stephanie Weirs, and it's 23-15. Columbian with the advantage and the basketball.
And Perrine is back into the ball game.
Perrine tries to feed it inside to Puffenberger, but it's knocked away by Jenny Meyer.
Good look by Perrine, but better defense that time by Willard.
Connie Beamer, turnaround shot, no good. There's Kelly Koch with a rebound in traffic, and Koch puts it in.
A great hustle again by Willard that time, crashing the boards, coming up with the loose balls and converting.
And the ball knocked out of bounds by Weirs. It's a good defense on the other end by Willard.
Seen some good basketball here today.
Without a doubt. Expected to see good basketball, but I think it's even exceeded my expectations coming in. Nice move by Puffenberger into the paint. Shot won't go, however. There's Perrine, but she loses it. Ball's on the floor, still loose. Who's going to get it? Got a jump ball call finally. Perrine just comes out of traffic with it. And the alternate possession arrow in favor of Columbian. So they'll keep it. That one into Perrine. Perrine shot up, partially blocked by Weirs. The only weakness against Perrine, from what I see, is she kind of shoots from the hip a little bit. She's got a nice shot if she can get it off, but sometimes in traffic, and we've seen it probably 3 times here tonight, easily to get a hand on her shot. She does start it kind of low.
And she doesn't do a lot of jumping with her shot, so it's right there.
But a very solid player nonetheless.
When she's open, she'll drop it. Great touch.
Personal foul down there by Columbian was on Melanie Allen. That's her first. And it sends Kelly Koch at the line for a 1-and-1. And Koch hits the front end. 7 points in the game now for Kelly.
She's doing a nice job, though, in other things. Taking care of the ball when she has to, crashing the boards, and coming up with some buckets that way.
2 very talented teams. A lot of fun to watch. Second shot, no good, but Jenny Meyer with the rebound. Now to Weirs. But Weirs has it knocked away into the hands of Puffenberger, and it's promptly knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Koch. Tiffin Columbian leading by 5. It's 23-18. Feed down to the baseline to Puffenberger. Tries to drive baseline, but Weirs cuts her off. She does, however, get it to Gordon. Still moving it around. And finally knocked away. Nope, come up with it is Beth Perrine. In the paint, shot up and in.
Good move again by Perrine, aware of where the people were and how to get them off their feet and get her the good shot. But again, Willard with her height is making a difference in there.
Carrie Rabson shot for 3, no good. Rebound comes off long and picked up by Loader. Ball knocked away by Koch, but Loader picks it up. Now over to Kara Gordon, has a shot on the baseline, and she hits it.
Good touch by Gordon. Willard causing trouble, passing and making change some shots, but that time Gordon stepped right up and dropped it.
Rabson dribbles into left elbow, dishes off now to Koch. Koch goes baseline. She's cut off by Puffenberger. We got a foul, and see what they called against either Gordon or Puffenberger. It looked like Puffenberger, if facial expressions or anything.
Usually they are.
And it is on Puffenberger, and that's 3 for her. And a tough break there for Angie as she was giving backside help to Kara Gordon and got her with the body.
Koch doing a nice job this time driving baseline, trying to come up with a shot. She comes away with 2 free ones here.
Kelly's 1 for 2 from the line thus far. And this one rattles in and out.
This is a place and time for Willard to make up some ground when they go to that foul line.
Only shooting 48% from the year as a team, though, so having no trouble from the line, and Koch misses both of those. And normally Kelly very solid from the line. She's shooting about 78% from there. She got the rebound, shot up, no good. Now Melanie Allen clears it for Columbian. But now she's in trouble once again. Gordon now has it, running out of time. The ball knocked out of bounds by Rabson.
Good hustle by Willard that time, scrapping for the loose ball, and then this time nearly coming away with the 10-second call.
Well, I'm probably wrong in here, but with 3:33 to play in the second quarter, I only have Columbian for one miss so far on the offensive end in this second quarter of play.
They're doing a very nice job getting the good open shots and dropping them.
Allen, and naturally I would jinx him, but Allen with the miss there. And then Willard on the break. Bunner a little too far underneath. And a lot of contact underneath. Put the pads on. Football action on the hard court. See who the person was against. Apparently against Lady Flashes.
Coach is over there talking to Melanie Allen. She got bumped from one side and then pounded the other way.
The foul was on Kelly Koch. That's first on Kelly. And it sends Allen to the line if she could clear her head enough to throw it up there. She definitely took a beating underneath. Mel's first trip to line, shooting a 1-and-1. First one's off, and rebound comes down to Jenny Meyer. Koch feed inside to Terry Hay, and a foul by Kara Gordon. This a couple times now Kara Gordon's gotten in a little bit of trouble defensively. This time Hay takes advantage as she put her on her hip, and the pass inside. There you see Gordon as she's going over to talk to Coach Hershey. And maybe for an extended time is now Kara Gordon with 3 personals. So the inside play from Gordon, Puffenberger, and Perrine. Tough business underneath there with the the nice inside play by the Lady Flashes, and already both Gordon and Puffenberger with 3 personals.
And that will hurt Tiffin. Willard did an excellent job with a great ball movement. That's how they drew the foul on Gordon. She was trying to come back, and as Willard was reversing the ball, could not get there quite in time, and they delivered inside to Hay, and Gordon ended up with the foul.
Hay, a 60% shooter on the year. She made the first one, but a lane violation on the second. Two points in the game for Terry Hay. And it's 27-19, an 8-point lead for Tiffin Columbian. Nice job there of breaking the press. Perrine with it. Tries to go inside, but gets hit by a body block on the way there, so that'll send Beth Perrine to the line.
She might have got away with a walk when she received the ball and a walk right before she shot it, but she will be going to the line.
Personal foul was on Terry Hay, and that's 3 on Hay. So both Hay and they have Petticourt for 2, and now Hay for 3. Like I said, we'll have to check that because Hay and Petticourt still got a loose foul up there somewhere. We're not real sure who it's on, so we'll check on that one. But the board did say 3 on Terry Hay, and we know it's at least 2.
And Willard's been doing a nice job of delivering inside to Hay with Petticourt gone.
Perrine good on 1 of 2 to make it 28-19. Now Bunner has it out front for Willard. Feeds over to Weirs, back out to Bunner. Willard moving the ball around well. Koch with that good baseline move. Nice feed to Jenny Meyer, who cannot get it to go. Did a nice job of using the glass, but it just rolled out.
Again, Willard using a great ball movement to get the ball back to this left side, and with Koch with a shot or delivered that time with a great pass.
Jenny Myers for Tiffin Columbian in the ball game now, 51. So we have Jenny Myers in for Tiffin Columbian and Jenny Meyer in for Willard. Shot by Shar for 3. Off the mark. Rebound, though, and a block. Foul going to be on Weirs. Mel Allen in good position there for the rebound. She went back up with it, and Weirs hacks her.
Well, that's what you got to like about Columbian. Even the smaller girls, their guards, will go in there and get the rebounds. The problems with the zone defense, it was evident right there as you're rebounding. You don't have a person. You got to get to your area and find that person. That time, Allen snuck around on the bottom side and had better position.
Melanie Allen at the line, hits the front end. Second shot to follow. Allen's first point in the ball game. And it makes it a 10-point edge, largest lead of the game thus far.
But you don't think they'll remember the last game, do you?
Well, that's a good possibility. Shar with the miss as her shot was blocked. And, we should be keeping a blocked shot chart because there have been a number of them here so far today. Kelly Koch likes that baseline move this time, however, on the process of making the move. Jenny Myers fouls her, so that'll send Koch to the line.
And that's what Coach Hershey on the other side is yelling. Koch takes it left baseline every time. So they need somebody to cut that off. And Koch is going to take it if they're going to give it to her. That's her strong side.
You see Jenny Myers there on the screen, her first personal. Now Koch at the line for a 1-and-1. Shot up. Does not go. So the normally reliable Kelly Koch from the free throw line has now missed her last 4. She is stuck on 5 points in the ball game thus far. Shot blocked. Well, Bunner did a nice job there of blocking the shot on Perrine. And right there's a case in point where, Perrine, obviously the much bigger of the two girls, but she starts that shot so low. Bunner did a nice job getting a hand on it, but also in the process, she had her left hand on the backside of Perrine, and the official right there to see it. So the foul on Bunner will send Perrine to the line. So Bunner takes a seat now back into the ball game for Willard. Carrie Rapson, number 4. Beth Perrine at the line to shoot 2.
You can see her great follow through and great touch.
Well schooled at shooting it.
Also on the inside move. She knows exactly what to do in each situation inside.
Got a feeling her and Vince probably play some one-on-one in the driveway. But she's got some good moves out there. Rapson's pass stolen away. Shar with it.
See how patient Tiffin is this trip down the court.
1:22 to play in the first half, and they have 11-point lead, 30-19. So no reason to rush. Perrine, she's got 3 white shirts on her, and we got a 3-second call underneath. As Jenny Myers was, I'm not real sure what she's doing. She was in the lane, I know that, for 3 seconds. Yeah. Just kind of biding her time, waiting for an offensive board, but forget about that painted area in there, I think.
Tiffin needs to take a page out of Willard's playbook here and get that ball movement that Willard is getting.
Well, that pass worked out to the advantage of Willard, although kind of surprising as into the ball game, Jackie Bauman, number 31, and she just lofted one up in the air for Jenny Meyer to come down with. And Myers, it looked like she was going to do that, but she got bumped from behind by Perrine, and that's the second personal on Perrine. So Jenny Meyer will go to the line now to shoot a 1-and-1. And the first one goes.
Really an ill-advised pass, but it's working out pretty nicely here for Willard.
Jenny now with 3, looking for point number 4. And to get this lead of Tiffin back into single digits. And we got a lane violation as Connie Beamer a little over anxious, anticipating a Meyer miss. Meyer did, but Beamer there too soon.
With Meyer's delivery and motion, it took a little longer than I think she had anticipated.
A little bit of the Chris Dudley school. Beamer with the miss after the nice Rapson steal. Now Columbian bringing it down court. Perrine to Myers. Jenny Myers misses, and Jenny Meyer with the rebound, and Jenny Meyer is followed by Jenny Myers.
So who's going to the foul line?
Jenny Meyer.
Got it.
So Jenny Myers with her second personal. Jenny Meyer going to the line for the second time, where she is 1 for 2.
Do you think Dudley has nightmares about the foul line?
I probably wouldn't be so bad if they just leave him alone. But he's got so much advice that I don't think he knows which way to go. And, we compare the two. We're just talking about differences in free throw styles compared to the prototype. Jenny Meyer, obviously a much better free throw shooter than Chris Dudley.
No doubt about it.
She's hit 2 of 4, and that's better than the percentage that Dudley's living with.
He'd be happy with that. And Melanie Allen just got belted in the side of the head. Willard throwing some great pressure out front.
Poor Melanie's got to feel like a wrestling buddy about right now.
You can see her. She's got her head down a little bit.
She's been taking some shots, and speaking of shots, this one went out of bounds. In fact, Melanie Allen, even has a little bit of welt on the left side of her face.
I think she's wondering why she's out there.
Carrie Rapson now with it for the Lady Flash. She's inside of Jenny Meyer. Turnaround shot off the glass and in. Jenny Meyer doing a nice job. 6 points in there now for the 6'1 senior.
She's doing a great job inside.
Rapson with the steal. 15 seconds left. It's a 7-point Columbian lead. pass intended for Meyer, but ends up in the hands of Beamer. She misses, and Perrine gets the foul, her third, with just 10 seconds left in the half.
This has been a great run by Willard. Very active, hustling. Some people that maybe you didn't figure coming into the ball game are really making a difference for Willard.
So Perrine will now take a seat for these final 10 seconds, as definitely don't want her to pick up the fourth. But now you look at the all three big girls, Gordon, Puffenberger, and Perrine, all with 3 personals.
And if Willard can make up some space here on the foul line, they'll be in great shape.
Connie Beamer misses, but Jenny Meyer with a rebound, but can't get it to go. And the ball knocked out of bounds, last touch by a white shirt Lady Flash. So Columbian will have the basketball here for these final 6 seconds.
And that was a good no call by the official. I know the Tiffin fans wanted over the back, but with such great height disadvantage, or advantage, however you look like it, it was a good no call.
2 seconds left. They're not going to get a shot off, and the buzzer sounds. Exciting first half of play. Very interesting. 2 very well schooled, 2 very talented teams here on the floor at Willard High School. And at the end of the first half of play, it's those gals you see heading to the locker room there, the Lady Tornadoes of Tiffin Columbian, with a 30-23 advantage. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with our AAP Ohio Power halftime report and second half action to follow that. So please stay with us.
Local sports connection. Growing bigger, getting better, serving North Central Ohio and you.
Oh, welcome back to Willard High School for our AAP Ohio Power halftime report. There you see the clock and scoreboard. 30-23, the visiting team, the Lady Tornadoes of Tiffin Columbian, on top of the Lady Flashes of Willard here after the first 16 minutes of play. Russ, a very interesting first half of play. Obviously, 2 very talented teams out there, but as it turns out, foul trouble may turn out to be a key in this ball game as things progress.
It could very well indeed. Tiffin got out to a big start, 10-2, and Willard has battled back since then. Tiffin was up 30-19, and Willard made a little run at the end to make it 30-23 at the half here. But in that little run, Willard was able to put Beth Perrine, their big girl, inside, put her in foul trouble with 3. But that is not the only one, with a couple other people for Willard, Puffenberger and Gordon, also with 3 fouls. The other big people inside for Tiffin, that is, and that could be a problem for the Lady Tornadoes.
You know, one nice thing for it, if you're looking at a positive side for the Lady Tornadoes, although they are in foul trouble and although it is all their big girls in foul trouble, Willard has had problems hitting the free throws, just 7 of 19 from the free throw line in that first half of play, 9 of 15 from the line for Tiffin Columbian. For Willard, the only lady in foul trouble so far, Terry Hay with 3. Elisa Petticourt, we thought she had 3. She does have 2. One of those did go to Hay. I'll tell you what, 30-23 at the half. We're ready for second half action, so we'll take a break. Thanks to AAP Ohio Power for their halftime report. And we'll be back for second half action right after these.
The challenge is designing a comfortable house. You know, cool in the summer, cozy in the winter. I always recommend the electric heat pump. It's the cost-effective way to get clean, even heat. Then people say we want air conditioning too. Well, hey, the heat pump does it all. You know, you can decorate with antiques, but to run your house, you should have today's technology. The electric heat pump is the best design for today.
We do good things together.
Well, second half action underway here at Willard High School. Bob Cunniff and Rusty Smith calling the action for TV 54. It's Columbian on top, 30-23. After the first 16 minutes of play, Willard with the basketball to open second half action. Elisa Petticourt inside, blocked by Perrine. And we mentioned earlier, it's been a block party in a big way so far here at Willard High School today.
Perrine has to be at least at 5 blocks, and that's tough because she has 3 fouls. She has to be very careful.
I'm really surprised to see her go after Petticourt that way. You can bet the Lady Flashes will go inside often, trying to get Puffenberger, Gordon, and Perrine in worse foul trouble. All 3 of them in the game here to start the second half. All 3 of them with 3 fouls. That's Gordon there. Nice drive to the hoop, but blocked from behind by Petticourt, as she too does a job on the defensive side.
That's a good offensive move and then a good defensive play.
Perrine, nice step and shot for 2.
She's got all the right moves inside. If Tiffin can keep the good ball movement and find her open, they're going to do some damage.
Perrine now with 10 in the game. She is the high scorer in the contest.
Both teams working their zones.
That's Weirs from the baseline left, in and out. No good. Rebound comes down to Puffenberger. Weir's only 3 points in that first half of play. She's had a couple like that that looked like they were going to go and rattle out the last second.
She's had that baseline jumper, as you said, and the shot just will not fall. When that starts to fall, that's going to open some things for him.
Kara Gordon on the right baseline for Columbian for 2. Kara now with 7 points in the game, and Columbian comes out with the first 4 points here of the second half. Kelly Koch for 3 from out front. It's no good. Petticourt with a big rebound, and she rolls it in for 2.
Great job by Petticourt, going straight up, not going over the back, and dropping the rebound back in for 2.
Petticourt now only with 4 points in the game. She sat the majority of the second quarter. There's a steal by Weirs. Ball's loose. She controls. Outlet to Koch. She's got Connie Beamer ahead of her. Connie gets the pass. Nice jump stop and in. Good break there by the Lady Flashes.
Good job looking down court, getting the ball, and putting some points back on the board quickly.
5 for Beamer in the ball game, and it's 34-27. Perrine, strong move to the hole. Cannot get the shot to go. Rebound Gordon, and she's tied up by Weirs. Oh, they call a foul down there. They say Weirs got a piece of the arm. So personal foul on Stephanie Weirs.
Well, they were down low scrapping. The official standing right there facing him, so he could see someone grabbing or not. But Perrine using a strong move inside. I thought they might call even a charge or offensive foul on her.
Shar gets the ball in, and a shot blocked as Loader tried to unload. Perrine, however, comes up with it, and she drops another one in. 12 points in the game for Perrine, and it's 36-27 Tiffin.
If she's got any daylight at all, there's a good chance that that thing's going to go down.
Kelly Koch driving the paint. Shot up off the glass. Does not go, but a foul. And they're pointing at Perrine, and if that's the case, that's number 4 on her. That's who it's on. Beth Perrine, and that's personal foul number 4. So Beth now, I'm sure, extended time on the pine. She'll learn all about coaching as she'll sit next to Mr. Hershey over there. Going to the line now for Willard will be Kelly Koch. She'll shoot 2.
Well, we talked about foul trouble at the half and see what role that'll play. Now we'll see Perrine and Gordon have done all the scoring here in the second half for Tiffin. They're the ones in foul trouble. Now Perrine with her 4.
Well, it was nice to see Kelly Koch get back on track from the free throw line. Very capable shooter, but she had missed her last 5 in a row from the line after hitting her first. Now with 6 points in the game, and Kelly's second shot is also good. So whatever adjustments you make from the free throw line at halftime, Kelly did. And a little jump stop a little too soon there for Tiffin Columbian with the turnover.
Tiffin's got to keep their cool and relax coming down. They've got plenty of ball game left. On the other hand, you kind of get a feeling that Willard it's not too bad off at this point.
Well, Tiffin comes up with the steal inside, so Columbia now coming the other way with it. Gordon to Allen. Allen dribbles around Petticourt to the baseline, but no shot available, so back out it goes to Gordon. She and Allen now playing games inside, and Allen with a nice move underneath the taller Lady Flashes, but can't get the shot to drop, and the ball comes down to Petticourt. And Petticourt double dribbles.
She made the call before the official.
She definitely helped the official on that one, because you can see in her face like, oh, what'd I do? And the official says, oh, you did, didn't you? That's a violation.
I'm a little surprised at how Allen will go inside against Willard.
She just goes underneath of him. This is Allen from the left elbow here, and a shot up, in and out, no good. Rebound controlled by Terry Hay.
Weirs is open long.
There she is, and shot up, no good. Got their own rebound, this time misses long, and Puffenberger clears for Tiffin Columbian.
Weirs got pushed just a little bit. I think that's what threw the shot off.
Gordon tried to feed Allen on the right side, but the pass intercepted by Koch. Now Willard brings it the other way. A lot of action back and forth, but not much in the way of scoring here all of a sudden. And again, a case of the young lady calling the violation before the official has a chance to whistle it, as Weirs with the walking violation. Shar gets it over to Puffenberger. Puffenberger had a 2-on-2 break with Willard, but didn't see any future in it, so they pull it back out front. That's Allen. Shar looks at the 3, but Connie Beamer in her face, so she can't get it off. And a good job of Tiffin Columbian showing good patience. A good job by the Lady Flashes in that 1-3-1 zone of theirs.
They've been very active here. They're making Tiffin use up some clock.
Sharp missed for 3, and the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. So Tiffin Columbian with that 7-point lead, I'm sure content to be patient, look for the good shots. Willard very active in that 1-3-1. They've got Connie Beamer on the point and Terry Hay roaming the back line. So a very active and a very tough zone considering their size. There's Weirs again. She's finding herself just a little too far underneath and can't get the shot up on the glass above the rim. But this time it rolls out of bounds. Last touch by Lady Tornado, so Weirs will inbounds it for Willard.
Weirs just can't buy a basket here today.
She had 3 points in the first half, and that's what she's stalled on right now. She's 0 for 5 here in this third quarter of play. Puffenberger slaps it away, but knocks it out of bounds. And they say last touch by the fingertips of a Willard player, so Columbian gets the basketball.
And Willard has had several opportunities, unable to convert after turnovers or missed shots to cut into this lead.
Amy Schar gets tackled at half court by Kelly Koch. There's been a lot of contact out here today, too. You know, we was talking today at the Y after playing racquetball, talking about how things have progressed girls-wise from when we were in school, and I tell you, it's come a long way. And the physical aspect of the game has really changed as well. You know, it used to be the girls not real talented basketball players, and it was you know, like a flag football game, wasn't a whole lot of contact, but not anymore. They play hard, and they play very well.
We're seeing some good basketball today. This stretch there have been several turnovers, but for the most part, this whole game is just great basketball.
Well, some of these turnovers, especially during this stretch here, have been caused by some good defense. So, you know, they're even in the cloud of the turnovers, there's some bright light from the defensive side. Try to force one inside there, and they'll advise pass. Ball's loose on the floor, and see a lot of contact out there. Fleming comes up with it. Melanie Allen. Willard fans want to walk, but they might get a 10-second call here shortly. Finally do get it across the line. Ends up in the hands of Gordon. She went up for the shot. It was stripped away by Koch. Columbian comes down with it again, and I tell you, Willard very aggressive on defense.
This seems like it's the last quarter.
And Cindy Bunner with the foul. Maybe a little too aggressive in this case, but hey, you got to like it. They're out there scrapping, playing hard on D. And well, you see in the case there, Amy Schar got a little frustrated, and lucky she didn't get a foul called on her as she kind of threw a hip at Bunner. As it is, the foul goes against Bunner just prior to when Schar retaliated. But you can see that tough pressure out there getting on the nerves of Columbian a little bit.
I like to see it. The girls' team's really getting after it, not backing down.
Puffenberger in the paint, about 8 feet away, 4-2.
That was a nice touch by Puffenberger. She got the ball in the paint, turned around, and dropped it.
First shot we have for a couple minutes. We're down to the 2:06 mark. Puffenberger now with the steal on the defensive end. Kristen Bowes and Cindy Bunner going at it, still going at it. And Bunner picks up her 4th personal. And I'm going to say send Bowes to the line, but they're still 1 foul away from the bonus.
Bunner has been very active, as well as everybody on the Willard end playing defense. I'm sure they don't want the fouls, but they do want them to be active and keep that up.
Kara Gordon will inbounds the basketball for Tiffin. Kristen Bowes bring it up court.
Coach Hershey has to be happy that Tiffin has been able to maintain this lead with Perrine on the bench.
Well, like we mentioned, though, they grew accustomed to playing without Perrine, and they're still a very talented team even without her. It's just that much more so with her in her. There's a steal by Gordon, and she makes it too. So a good case in point there of some excellent talent on the floor still.
That's a big bucket. It takes them up over 10-point lead.
Carrie Rapson, shot no good. Petticord over the back of Gordon, no call. And she gets the stick back for 2. 6 points now in the game for Petticord.
And the Tiffin faithful very unhappy with the no call that time.
Shar. Now up front it's Amy Shar again. As she and Bose just back and forth as Lady Tornadoes collect their thoughts on the offensive side.
Willard in a man-to-man defense.
That's Koch on Bose. You got Petticourt on Gordon. Shar, and has it stolen away then by Carrie Rapson. And Rapson traveled with the basketball.
Good call, but great anticipation there. She got the ball caught up in her body as she came away with the steal and called for the travel.
Tracy Lillard now coming back in the ball game as Kristen Bose takes a seat. She gets a nice hand. Played well out there spelling the Tracy Loader for a while. Kara Gordon drives in the paint, stops, pops over Petticourt, won't go. Puffenberger brings it down off the glass, won't go. Puffenberger again, too strong, and finally cleared by Beamer.
I thought Tiffin was waiting for the last shot. They elect not to, and now Willard is on the attack.
And will it go? No. Shot no good inside. Ball loose on the floor. Almost with the basket in there, Holly McClyman, but it won't go. And still bodies on the floor, and looks like Puffenberger may have come up injured in there.
I think she got winded.
Puffenberger along with McClymans and Petticourt all over each other on the floor. And it looked like somebody come down right on top of her, and a little sore in the back.
A few tears in the eyes, but she's not coming out.
No, I think she's going to get a breather, as Coach Hershey obviously wants to check, make sure she's all right. So she'll get a breather as Jenny Myers comes into the ball game to give Puffenberger a breather. Puffenberger goes out holding her back. When they say hardwood, they're not kidding out there. Nice job there by Shar, as again the good solid in-your-face defense by Willard. In this case, Kelly Koch, and Shar just sends it off of Koch's leg and out of bounds. They still got to break that timeline though, and having their trouble. Tracy Little, nice behind the back dribble, and they get it across.
Took some steps that time.
No call, however, so a break for Tiffin Columbian. Gordon with it. We got 5 seconds left. Shot up and in. Down to 3. Gordon with the basket. 1 second left. Willard will not get a shot off. And we've played 3 here at Willard High School, and it's 11-point spread at the end of 3 quarters of play. Tiffin Columbian 42, Willard 31. We'll be back for 4th quarter action right after these. Again here at Willard High School. Here you see Dave Hershey and the Lady Tornadoes of Tiffin Columbian as they come out of the huddle ready for 4th quarter action. What a job they've done, as despite all the Willard defensive pressure and a good size by the Lady Flashes, Tiffin Columbian doing more than holding their own. In fact, they're holding an 11-point lead, 42-31, as we enter the final 8 minutes of play in regulation.
They've extended their lead at half, and a lot of it done with Perrine on the bench.
See what the call is over here. Personal foul. And it goes against number 23, and that be Holly McClyman. Her first personal.
Gordon taking it to the hoop as she did right before the quarter, drawing the foul.
And Gordon at the line, and she hits the front end. Gordon now with 12 in the ball game. Make it 13. As she is a perfect 3 for 3 from the line thus far as well. Kara Gordon having a nice job, as she's done so many times this season already.
Now Willard has to keep up that good ball movement, look for the open shots, and then crash the boards once the shot is off.
Weir's shot short. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Weir's. Tiffin will get it back.
Weir's hustling to recover her missed shot. However, she could not hang on. They'll go back to Tiffin.
You know what's going to happen if Tiffin hangs under this lead? Willard's not going to let us film any more ball games. Their only loss of the season came here on TV 54 to Shelby. Now Tiffin Columbian looking mighty good here as they start the 4th quarter. Puffenberger with a basket, and all of a sudden it's 46-31. Willard wants a timeout. They trail by 15, 7-19 to play in the game. We'll be right back.
Check out this beautiful 4-bedroom ranch house situated in the Buckeye Central School District at 4470 New Haven Road in Tyro. This home has 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, has central air and includes washer and dryer, stove and refrigerator, and much more. The property includes 20 acres of woods and 13 acres of cash rent land. This home is available for inspection by calling Sluss Realty at 562-6262 or Kathy Howard at 482-2086.
The volunteer of the month is Iona Fote. She is the Anchor Swan Personnel Insurance Coordinator, who on many occasions uses her free time to help her associates and has helped build Anchor Swan's award-winning float and helps with the kids' Christmas party, and she also is director of her church choir. If you know someone who deserves recognition for their volunteer service, send their name and a brief description of their volunteer work to Volunteer of the Month, P.O. Box 839, Bucyrus, Ohio 44820. Help us honor those among us who give so freely of their time and talents to help others. Thank you.
Personalized service. That's what we offer at Bucyrus First Federal. And we've improved our main office and expanded our service. We offer many different savings plans and home loans at competitive rates. Bucyrus First Federal is locally owned and continues to be involved in community activities. Visit any one of our 3 convenient locations today. The Step Ahead Place, Bucyrus First Federal, of Bucyrus and New Washington.
We can show you the better way at the Step Ahead Place.
Well, the Lady Flash, there you see Coach John Halls. He's talking to Kelly Koch and probably telling Kelly, hey, get some shots, get them up there. If they don't go, hopefully Elisa or the gals underneath will be able to pick up some offensive boards. But we need offense in a hurry as right now Willard trailing 46-31, Tiffin Columbian. Marvelous ball game thus far. Willard now going with a smaller lineup, a smaller, quicker team out there for the Lady Flashes. McClymonds, Bunner, Petticord is the only one of any size out there, and the ball out of bounds, last touch by her. There right now is Koch, Bunner, McClymonds, Tricia Snipes seeing her first action along with Petticord on the floor for the Lady Flashes. Columbian answers with Puffenberger, Loader, Shar, Gordon, and Mel Allen.
Willard with some full court pressure. They're going to try to force any sort of turnover they can get.
Rapson now into the ball game for Bunner. This is Gordon with it, and they'll slow it down. Loader to Gordon on the baseline right. Nice feed to Melanie Allen, but she cannot get the shot off. But a nice feed in there.
Good play by Tiffin. The shot just did not go.
Stephanie Weir shows them how to do it as she hit from the baseline left. She now has 5 in the ballgame, her first 2 in the second half.
And they're going to need her to come alive with those open shots that she gets.
Amy Shar. She has Rapson on her. Snipes on Gordon. Gordon with the size advantage, and Kara handles the basketball well for a big girl.
Looks like they look to her when the pressure's on out top.
Nice feed inside. Puffenberger gets the basket and a foul. Big play inside for Tiffin Columbian as Angie Puffenberger gets the big 2. That gives her 10, and she'll go to the free throw line looking for 11. And it's a 15-point lead once again for the Lady Tornadoes.
Gordon, a fine player in there. She knows how to make things happen. And Tiffin Columbian overall have really come alive here, playing some excellent ball. It'd be hard for anybody to stop them in this run here that they're making.
Well, they're on a 6-game win streak, 9-2 on the season, so not too many have stopped them anyhow. Puffenberger converts the 3-point play from the line. She now has 11. Remember, Tiffin's only 2 losses came to this Willard team, and also a 36-35 decision against Upper Sandusky. In a game they just did not shoot well at all in that ball game against the Lady Rams. They were just 15 of 42 from the field in that game and only shot 8 times from the free throw line. So that was just not one of their better efforts. Puffenberger gets it off the Loader. Now Gordon. Willard still showing the good defensive pressure, but Columbian doing a nice job handling it. And a nice job, Kara Gordon, with a turnaround jumper. Gordon now with 15 points in the game, and an excellent job out there.
Great game all the way around. Willard is gambling, and that's leaving people open.
Koch misses the 3. Weirs misses the follow. Now Petticord with it. She misses again. Up again. Still can't get it to go. And finally up and in by Weirs. 4 attempts at the basket. Finally on the 5th one, it falls.
Great job by Willard. That's what they have to do when those shots miss. They got to attack very aggressively. Again, Willard wanting the carrying of the ball. The official says not there.
I'm going to say the official signaled contact by one of the Lady Flashes players to eliminate that call. Tiffin now showing good patience once again. And, of course, with a 51-35 lead, you would do that. 4:52 to play in the game. And a turnover as Shar tries to get it to Allen, and the pass just out of reach of Melanie. Out of bounds it goes, and Willard will get it back. And I'm sure the Lady Flashes by no means going to hang it up for loss. Remember back to the previous meeting between the two. They trailed by 7 with 4 minutes to go, and Tiffin did not score again. The Flashes reeled off 17 points to end the ball game, a 10-point winner. There's Bunner with a drive inside. The basket goes, but what's the call?
Everybody's looking around. We'll see what they do call.
Well, the official, personal foul is on number 45, Tracy Loader. And apparently the shot will not count. Before the shot was the foul. And Willard not yet in the bonus, so they'll put it inbounds from underneath. Loader's first personal. And Connie Beamer with the offensive shot from the baseline right for 2. It's 51-37, now just a 14-point game.
Nice shot by Beamer at the other end.
Beamer was 7 in the game. Puffenberger all underneath, and she's hammered by Lisa Petticord. So Puffenberger will go to the line.
Great ball movement by Tiffin that time, and Gordon delivered another nice pass, and Puffenberger knew exactly what to do with it.
Puffenberger averaging 12 points on the season. From the free throw line, she's a 66% shooter, 42 of 63 thus far. And she hits the first one. 12 points in the game for Angie. She had a high of 20 against Bucyrus, 14 last time around against the Lady Flashes. And gets the second one to roll in as well. 13 in the game now for Puffenberger.
She's making those foul shots look easy.
Weirs tries to go inside the Petticord, and the ball goes out of bounds, but I believe we have a foul underneath, and it's going to go against Kara Gordon, I believe.
Close call that time, but Willard maybe forcing just a little bit inside. If they've collapsed that much on Petticord, somebody has to be open. Got to keep that ball moving.
Kara Gordon will now take a seat with 15 points. Big hand for her. In her place comes Beth Perrine back into the ball game. Perrine comes back with 12. And there's Kelly Koch with the shot from the left elbow for 2, and it's 53-39. Koch now with 10 points in the game.
Good touch by Koch. She's got that little penetration, then she pulls up and dropped it.
Loader's pass knocked down by Petticord, but Shar is there to pick it up.
Willard gambling a lot on top. They've got to be careful not to get burned underneath.
Koch slaps it away. Beamer comes up with it. 4-on-2 break. Koch can't control. Ball's out of bounds. Last touch by Kelly. So Tiffin Columbian will get it back once again. 3:42 to play in the game.
Looked like the ball just slipped out of her hands. She knew what she wanted to do with it. She was going to get it back to Weirs inside. A good break, good steal. Just couldn't get it to go.
Melanie Allen to inbounds the ball for Columbian. She gets it into Perrine. Perrine, a couple bodies on her. Finally finds Loader. Now a 3-on-1 break, but a nice job there by McClymonds to stopping the basketball. And then Bunner comes up with the steal. And a break there. As Willard gets the basketball. But no, I guess they did say Columbian gets the basketball. We got a timeout. Willard, however. 53-39, a 14-point lead for the Lady Tornadoes. 3:33 to play in the game. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and for the remainder of fourth quarter action right after these. Flashes of Willard. Puffenberger, nice feed inside on the inbounds play, and Puffenberger for the 2.
And she's got some nice touch there. That ball just crawled in ever so softly.
And we talked a lot about the play of Beth Perrine and what a help she is to the team. And, you know, we made it sound like it's surprising that Tiffin did so well without her. Well, I think we see a good indication of why they were able to do so well even while she was injured with the play of Kara Gordon and Puffenberger underneath in this ball game.
They've got some players, definitely.
They set up an in at time by Bunner. It's now 55-43. 12-point spread. And a timeout, Tiffin Columbian. Let's keep it here as 12-point spread now in the ball game. Tiffin Columbian still on top, but I'm sure remembering the ghost of Willard past, as we talked before about the last time around how Willard came up with a big run at the end of the ball game to pick up a win in a game that Columbian might have been looking to put into their win column. This time, at least, we're past the 4-minute mark, and Tiffin Columbian has scored since that time, so the same thing is not going to happen exactly, but I'm sure that Tiffin Columbian wants to make sure that everything is all squared away for these last 3 minutes of the ball game. You would think a 12-point advantage would be enough to keep you on top, but in these days with a 3-point circle, a 12-point advantage is only a 4-possession ball game.
And Tiffin elected to put Kara Gordon back into the ball game. The last points came off of a steal on their pressure, and it really looks like Columbian looks to Gordon when they're getting a lot of pressure in the ball handling area.
Well, Gordon inbounds the basketball. She seems to be a very heady ball player as well as a good ball handler. Makes a lot of good decisions out there. Petticord comes up with a steal this time. Tries to get it inside to Connie Beamer, and we got a personal foul on Amy Shar as Shar was trying to give backside help on the defensive side. And Shar with the personal for her number 2. It'll send Beamer to the line for a 1-and-1.
Petticord doing a nice job anticipating the pass and then coming away with the steal. That's great hustle for Willard.
Well, not yet in the bonus. That was a 4th-team foul. So next time they'll be in the bonus. As it is right now, Willard still has the basketball, but out of bounds it goes. But Kleiman's a little too hot, I think, on the pass to Petticord, who is just a couple feet away. He goes through Petticord's hands and out of bounds.
Willard doing some great trapping.
Gordon to Puffenberger on the baseline left. They say they'll be very patient for sure and look for the best possible shots if they even bother to put one up. And we got a foul out front. Beamer, a little too much pressure on Puffenberger, so that'll send Puffenberger to the line. And you see Beamer, as she walks away, picked up personal foul number 2 on her. And going to the line, Angie Puffenberger, who is a perfect 3 for 3 thus far.
I don't think that's who they wanted to send to the line. They wanted to get a foul, maybe cause the turnover with some great pressure, but they didn't want to send her to the line.
But there's a good indication why, as she now makes it 4-4 from the line, hitting on the front end.
Everything's the same every time.
If you're looking for somebody to send to the line of the girls out there in Alfred Columbian, it'd have to be Amy Shar, who's just a 50% shooter. Puffenberger does miss the second one. She has 16 in the game, and it's 56-43. 3-point shot by Weirs, no good. Rebound Beamer. Shot up, no good. Petticord, and in.
Great job by Petticord. Beamer also crashing the hards. Very active under there on the board work.
Gordon to Shar. Shar dribbles out of trouble. Now up to Perrine. Perrine stops and pops. Doesn't go. Might have been better advised to pull it out, wait for her teammates, and take some time off the clock. But with the miss, gives the ball back to Willard. And they have a chance to pull it within single digits, but the ball is stolen away by Shar. Just 11-point game, 56-45. 1:35 to go in the contest. Gordon to Perrine. Perrine's, she wants to shoot.
She didn't get her playing time in.
Koch for 3. Didn't set the feet. Shot no good. Rebound Shar. And Koch fouls Shar going for the basketball. So that'll send Amy Shar to the line. Just mentioned that she's a 50% shooter for Koch. That's her second personal, so no foul trouble there. And you see both Petticord and Koch out of breath, and no surprise to me. I'm wore out just watching them run back and forth.
And it seems like since towards the end of the third quarter, Willard has just been chasing the ball down like it is the end of the game, and now it's catching up to him just a little bit.
A timeout there. You see John Hall. He calls a timeout to give his gals a breather, chasing the basketball throughout the ball game, and as you mentioned, especially from this third quarter on, or from the end of the third quarter on, as they were trailing 42-31 at the end of 3. That 11-point deficit, forced them to chase the basketball. Tiffin Columbian continued to hit the shots. They trailed by 11 after 3, still trailing by 11, 56-45, as the Lady Tornadoes have done an excellent job thus far.
Definitely a team to contend with. If you didn't know it before, it's time to take notice that Columbian is for real, and they will contend for that title.
We're being a little bit short-handed out the station. We don't get enough coverage of the schools that we like to, and of course with 51 schools to cover and only one guy to do it, sometimes leads you to not get some of the ball teams on that you'd like to. But I think this ball game, as you said, definitely would show you that hey, Tiffin Columbian got a great ball team, good athletes. They were co-champs in the volleyball race in the NOL. So, obviously when you talk in NOL in any sport, you're talking some great athletes and some great teams. And to be a co-champion in the volleyball will tell you there's some good girl athletes, and some of these girls play on the volleyball team as well as the basketball team. Shar, for one, as she hit the front end of the 1-on-1 there. So they know how to win, used to winning.
Columbian is coming through with some big foul shots, too, at a time when Willard could be making up some ground. If these were misses, Columbian has converted.
Sharp misses on the second one, but rebound there by Kara Gordon. She's done a great job tonight.
Kelly Koch about ripped her arm off.
Well, Amy Sharp will take a bloody stub to the line for the free throws.
She might have to drop kick this one.
Well, drop kicks are good for 3. They count as a field goal in football, so we'll see what Shar does. Well, she still has both limbs there, so I guess she's all right. Shar misses the front end, but Perrine with a big rebound. Can't get the shot to go, and Koch brings it down for Willard.
Willard's got to get the ball in the air.
Weirs for 3. No good. Rebound Beamer. Turnaround shot. No good. Weirs dribbles back out the 3. But Shar goes with her. So now they go out front to Koch from about 25. It's no good. Rebound long to Kara Gordon.
I have to throw those one-handed.
Don't even attempt. Koch almost got it to go. Puffenberger inside. Blocked by Weirs. Down to 40 seconds left. And, well, never over till it's over, but
that lady's warming up.
Yeah, I heard some squeaking going on. Yeah. Gordon out front, and she is fouled by Beamer. They'll call it a 1-on-1, but the intent was there.
You think so?
A lot of smiles on the Tiffin Columbian side, and that'll make the drive home a lot easier for them.
Maybe. It's bad out there.
It's bad out there, but you don't mind taking your time when you're smiling about it. Kara Gordon capping off a big ball game for her. That was 16 points.
They've got some 3 fine players for Columbian that I hadn't heard about this year. Haven't been over that way much, but Gordon, Puffenberger, and Perrine, great ball players, but they've got some other people that add to the team. Allen and the host of others that do a great job adding to that club.
Yeah, Shar, Loader, Myers off the bench. Bowes does a nice job. They all play their roles well. Dave Hershey's done a great job with them. Good guy and a good coach. Petticourt for 2 inside for Willard. That makes it 59-47. Ball out of bounds, and it's going to go to Tiffin Columbian. 16 seconds left. Still a 12-point game, so it looks like we got a tie atop the NOL girls standings once again, as Columbian's going to move into a tie with Willard, and depending on what Shelby's doing today in the ball game against Upper Sandusky, a game that's always a battle, they could very well be in that 3-way tie if Shelby comes up a winner against Upper Sandusky. Weirs for 3. Not there. Rapson with the rebound. It goes. But with just 4 seconds left, it's over. Perrine says, I want to take one more shot. You got to give her credit. She likes to shoot. I'll say that for her. But missing a couple 4 or 5 games to start the year with that quad injury, probably why she wants to shoot. There you see the Lady Tornadoes in their celebration as they pick up the win over Willard. A big ball game, a big win for Tiffin Columbian. 59-49 was the final. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with a Jones Chips post-game report. The final once again, Tiffin Columbian 59, Willard 49. We'll be back right after these. Big victory tonight, or I should say this afternoon, by Tiffin Columbian as they pull into a tie.